Okay, very good. All right, hello, hello. I see one watcher. I'm just putting a little welcome out to those of you that are watching this class later. So this is the hair and makeup class for our Hollywood holiday show. I'm going to do the best I can to have the model sit here. Hopefully you guys can see. If you can't see, then you can at least listen to some of the tips and tricks. All right, so hello, hello. All right, we are live. So, okay, everybody. Hi. All right, I'm going to wait 2 more minutes. I don't want to start without anybody, so we'll let everybody get in while I finish getting organized and get the rest of our stuff out. So as I said, if you guys want to follow along and try makeup in here today, great. If you guys want to watch and learn, that's great too. But I do suggest if you're new to hair and makeup of any kind, or maybe you do hair and makeup on yourself, but you've never done a bun on your child, definitely do a practice run before the show. There's nothing worse than having it be show day, which is always kind of a busy, heightened day, and then feel like, oh, I need to learn how to do a bun. So you always want to have it down on that day so that that day can run as smoothly as possible, for sure. All right. Hello.
I just want to ask them, they said, how many watchers are there? I was thinking if my sister and my niece show up, and then myself, I think the church was 3, but how many more would you like to tell them?
Oh, probably 5, maybe.
5 more?
Yeah, I think this is probably who we have coming in. And if there's any in the exercise room, I don't know if somebody's in there, but they usually let us yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
She just told me to tell them.
Oh, okay. Okay, thank you. Appreciate it. All right. Good. All right. I see we have a couple people here. So, all right. Do I have, I'll put this out there while I finish. I do need one hair model and one makeup model. So you guys can talk amongst yourself if you care to, if you would like a yes or a no. I don't want to take anybody who wants their child to work on. So, hi. Hello. Hi, Gabby. Okay, I got one. All right. You're good. All right, I'm just going to run. I just want to go wash my hands because I don't want to do hair makeup without washing my hands. And I'll be right back. I know. I was like,
Yeah, I think. So we're gonna bring extra chairs, and I could just have those patio chairs back.
okay.
They kind of scratch the floor.
All right.
Yeah, but I'll bring it up to cover those.
They'll probably be like, don't scratch them. Thank you. Hey guys, let's get started. Oh yeah, I don't like this chairs. All right, so do I have a hair model? Who would like to have their hair done? Anybody? I'm in the audience for makeup. Anybody? Okay, sure. Yeah, how about that? Yeah. Have a seat. All right, sit right here. Good, good, good. Can you take your jacket off? Do you mind? You can put it on your lap like a blanket. All right, let's see if they can see you. Good. Let me get something else to prop you up. Okay, that's pretty good. All right, there we go. All right, guys. So the first thing that we're going to do, excellent. All right, is we're going to talk about our brushes. So the type of brush that you need is a bristle brush. You guys need a bristle brush. Sorry. Thanks, you guys. Appreciate it. You guys need a bristle brush, which looks like this. These are 2 examples. These are like goodies. You get them at Rite Aid. Not an air vent brush or anything like that, but a really stiff bristle brush is the best thing you can use. This is the hardest one that I've found. And a lot of people, you guys can see I've got a lot of these. Everybody goes out and buys this one by Conair. I don't recommend it. I have 3 more of these at home. People that have given them back to me because they do not work very well. They're very soft, and when you brush their hair, stand over here so you guys can see. I do not recommend these kind. Yes. All right. So yeah. All right. Hi everybody. So I do not recommend these types of brushes. These are way too soft. So if you guys can push this. All right. Thanks, you guys. Come on in. Thank you. If you can push this down too easily like this, it's not a good brush. I'll block the sun a little bit. Not a good brush. It's too soft. Okay, so don't use a soft brush because when you push it into their head, it won't really comb the hair very well. I recommend bristle brushes that look like this. Bristle brushes that are very firm and that you can really grab the hair with. So the brush is important. I also recommend a fine-tooth comb. This is really important for getting wispies, what we call wispies down, and getting the little bumpies down. So fine-tooth comb and a good bristle brush is the best thing you can have. You should start with wet hair. So, you know, if they've just taken a bath or gotten out of the shower, that's great. But wet hair absolutely is the best. So, hi, sweetie. So start with wet hair out of the shower. If not, then we will spray it down. You ready? Mia's like, what did you get me into? All right. So I always have a spray bottle. With their caboodle. So with their hair and makeup, they should always have a spray bottle, because what will happen is once we kind of make this like little shell that we're going to make, you can just reactivate the hairspray with some water. Yeah. So I know. Is it cooling you off after class, Mia? All right. So wet hair is 1,000 times easier to work with. Yeah. I'm gonna grab this one. All right. So we're going to brush back their hair. Can you put your chin up, Mia? Thank you, honey. Good. So you just want to brush back and make sure that you've got water on all the parts that are kind of wispies. Those are the little flyaways right there. And the biggest thing about a good bun is a good ponytail. So you want a really good ponytail before you can have a good bun. Good. You're being a good model, Mia. You're famous. Okay. There you go. So we just kind of keep combing. I mean, we want to have it wet enough so that it's wet enough. I know, but not so we totally drench them. All right. So there's that. So we have that. Then we want to incorporate some gel, because that's what's going to give this the staying power. And there are 2 different kinds of gel that I like. Hi, guys. I like spray gel and I like goopy gel. Now, it will depend on the texture of their hair. So this is a really nice spray gel here, okay? It could be any brand. It doesn't matter. I'm full drugstore, yes? So this is a spray gel, and this is a really sticky, I don't even call it gel. I don't know what I call it. Something from outer space, but it's gross. This is Gorilla Gel, okay? It also literally on here says Gorilla Snot. So that's what it seems like. So it's very thick, it's very goopy. It's very fun. No, it's like a very sturdy gel. So if your child has very wispy hair or very like hard to handle hair, you might have to go in with the big guns and go for the Gorilla. But I'm just going to barely put some of that on there because it's so sticky. Get a little bit of water, and I'll use this just for the parts that I think are going to be really tough. So with Mia, she's got lots of little baby hairs. So I'm just going to do a little light mix of the heavy duty gel and some water on the parts that are going to be really tough. Okay. And if you really have wispies, if their hair really is flyaway, you can just go for this straight on their hair. Yeah. It's just you don't want to put so much on it that you can't get that brush through anymore, because a big gel can be hard. The spray gel is nice because it's a little It's a little bit more of, gives you a little bit more play. You can put it in your hand first and do that, or you can spray it right on, but it's you know, a much lighter texture. So we're just going in with this spray gel. All of this prep ends up really being worth it because it will make everything that comes after easier. So rather than putting it in a bun and then going in and trying to fix it and get the flyaways down and all this, if you can start and do it in the right order, you're good. All right, so a little bit more water. So you just kind of play around until you have the right amount of product in their hair. Certainly this does not need to be done on clean hair because all we're gonna do is dirty it up even more. And then we just keep brushing. So now after we have the amount of product in, are you okay? Yes? When we have the amount of product in that we want, now we need to think about our part, okay? So the part for our dance goes over their left eye. So that just is it. I think it looks cute from the front, and also it kind of gives them all a uniform look. So she's gonna look at me. I go over her left eye, and that's where I put my comb, and I'm just gonna do a part straight back, and we find our part. There we go. All right, I'm gonna pull this over here. So it just goes in the middle of their eye. You can take this out. Good. All right. So now what we want to do that we have our part, and the part goes back like mid-head, I would say, like as far back as their ear goes. Sorry. That's okay. You're good. Yeah. Okay. All right. Good. All right. So Mia, you want to turn to the front? Can you turn and show everybody? Okay. So we have our part now over her left eye. And so it still feels like a little bit, like I want a little bit more water. So as you're working with it, if it keeps drying out, putting more water. So now we want to brush straight down on this side. So we're going straight down and swooping it over to the ear. So we're not going back with it. Now we're going around, right? We're going here, straight down on the back. And then this side swoops down toward her ear, swoops down. So now the trick is we are trying to get the ponytail even with the top of her ear. So the ponytail is going directly on the back of the head. Okay. Can you get your chin up a little bit, Mia? You are such a good model. Fantastic job. All right. So I'm kind of neurotic about little bumpies, so I could stand here all day and get it perfect, but you get the idea. You want it to be nice. Oops. Nice and smooth. So now her texture hair is good because it's straight. If your daughter or dancer has curly or wavy hair, this part will take a lot longer because you're trying to get all those curly lumpy bumpies out, which I've worked with kids with that texture hair, and it can take longer, but it's still possible. And that's also where the fine tooth comb comes in a lot with that one. All right, so we brush it. We get the ponytail where we want it. Looks good. Okay, stop, Ms Katy. Just stop. Hi. All right. Good. Now I'm going to use her hairband again. Honestly, it doesn't so much matter what color hairband because we're covering it, but in your caboodle, have some that match your dancer's color hair. Okay, so you want a tight ponytail. Okay, so my ponytail is even with the ear. Good. Turn just a bit, honey. Good. Ponytail is even with the ear. It's nice and slicked and straight. Now the fine tooth comb works for when you can kind of see that little section right there. That's around there. We can get down any lumpy bumpies. Okay, this side. Okay, good. All right, there we go. So now, because it's just as I want it, I want to spray it. Now, I don't get anything for stage expensive. This is all e.l.f. This is all $1.99. So I don't do expensive things just because for stage over the years when you use them, you just learn how to work with whatever you have. So all of this is just kind of drugstore stuff, but really it's just whatever hairspray you prefer. But I just want to stress, you don't have to go out and buy a lot of expensive products, not necessary. So do kind of a light coat here and something, light rain or something real sticky. Anytime it says like chin up, sweet pea, soft hold or anything like that, you really not what we're looking for. We're looking for mega hold, super hold, all of that good stuff. Okay, around there. All right, so kind of light because we always can do more. All right, there we go. So now that's in place. So now we're going to work for the bun. Okay, what I don't like is I do not like these bobby pins, and they're like the new thing. So I hope they don't get rid of the old ones. But these are the curved ones. They're smooth and curved. Forgot the table's not over there. Okay, we good? We're good. They're smooth and curved, and they have no bumps on them, which I don't like because the bumps help the bobby pins to lock, which is the point of bobby pins. So I do not recommend that you get the curved smooth ones. Not my favorite. I also don't recommend that you guys get these bands that have the metal on there. Yes, because it's fine for class, but when they're going to be in a show bun, if it catches their hair weird, they kind of Ms. Katy, my bun, right? It could be caught on one of the metal things. So just use a regular rubber band. If your child has thick hair, one of the thick ones, thinner hair, they're fine to use this. Also, for those that have really mega thick hair, those dancers that are like, Ms. Katy, I'll never get my hair to stay. Sometimes I've used as many as 3 rubber bands, just anchoring that ponytail to their head. Also, if your student has really thick hair, like their ponytail's massive, we do a trick where we do 2 ponytails right on top of each other and then make it into one bun. So if anybody has that situation, that's kind of a special situation. I'll help you guys figure out how to do that, okay? All right, so, I mean, these are from Target. The bobby pins, I do recommend getting that they match their hair because blonde bobby pins and somebody with dark hair will show. So if you can match their hair, bobby pins, great. Not as important for the rubber band. So I like these. I'm not going to open this pack, but I have my own pack here that I use. So bobby pins, I like these ones. I also don't like hairpins. Yeah, I don't care for the hairpins. Some people love them, and if they work for you, fantastic. But I'm just telling you what I prefer. I like the old school, just the regular bobby pins with the bumps right there. If you put them and cross them with each other in their hair, they're meant to lock. So that's how bobby pins are meant to be used because they kind of can't move anywhere. So that's what we're going to use for bobby pins. For hair nets, it's really important. Hair nets are the best thing ever. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with these kind. They're not bun covers that you get at the dance store. These are hair nets. So you can buy them on Amazon. Usually at Target, Walgreens, Rite Aid, CVS, places like that. This is what you're going for. This is a blonde hairnet. I have a bunch of them. This is one brand. You can get Goody brand. You can get, what's the other? Oh, here's Conair. Looks like this. So you know at the store, this is a 3-pack, which will set you up fine. But a hairnet is a great thing to have when you're trying to do a bun. So let me show you how you're going to do the hairnet. As you spiral the hair, I'm going to use a dark one for Mia. As you guys spiral the hair, you want to make sure that you don't, I'm going to do what not to do, and then I'll show you guys how to do it, okay? I don't know if your hair will do it. Yeah. Okay. So what not to do, right? That's an over-exaggeration, but typically I get this sticking way out like this as you wind it around. Can you turn, sweetie? Yeah, so we're not going to have it sticking out. You're going to create a cinnamon roll, so I'm going to twist, and the whole time that I do this, I'm going to push this against her head. So I'm going to circle it around, and I'm pushing it down, and I keep circling, and I keep twisting. No, just that way. Yeah. I'm going to twist your hair the other way, actually. All right. So you don't want to have it so tight that the twist kind of sticks out. The idea is you want to keep it close to their head. So I'm just circling, 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 and kind of shaping it as I go, pushing it down toward her head. And then this end part, try to stick that in if you can. If you can't, it's not that big of a deal. Okay, so I like that for her. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do a bun should need only 8 bobby pins. So we're going to do a crisscross on the bottom. So I'm going to put one here like that. Still, I'm pushing the bun toward her head so it's staying flat. Now I'm going to crisscross this bobby pin with the other bobby pin that's under there. Okay, so there. Okay, so that's with 2 bobby pins. So I'm going to leave that. Now I go to the hairnet. The way that you do the hairnet is it's elasticized. And we're going to go around the bottom. For those that have a lot of layered hair, this works great. Some kids have layers. You twist just like you're putting a rubber band on. Okay, you go around, and then we're going to do that again. So you want this part, you know, of the elastic to be kind of underneath the bun. We twist again. We're going up and under. So if they have a tiny bun, you'll do this maybe 6 or 7 times. If they have a big bun, it'll just maybe be once. Yeah, we're going up, twist it, back down again. And you just keep going around and around until the last time that you feel like it's tight enough. And if you do it anymore, it'll rip. So there we go. And up. Sorry. Okay, there we go. All right, so that's only 2 bobby pins and a hairnet. And now we're going to add more. So then we're going to do our crisscross right here on the side because they are dancing, right? So that's why we need it to be secure. So here and here. So I don't even know. Her bun's tiny. It may not take 8 pins. I'm going to do 6 pins, and then I'm going to have her shake her head and see if it feels like it's secure. You always want to ask your dancer, hey, shake your head. Oh, not yet. That was good. And then have them, you know, shake their head and see if it goes anywhere. And you watch it. And if it flops around, then add some more. All right. Okay, so yeah, once you get too many pins, you don't want them poking the other ones out because then they're just going to show. And if your pins are showing, remember it's from stage. So I'm not really that super like, oh, you can't have any pins showing because they won't show from stage as long as they're the same color. All right, shake your head. Good. Okay. And then we're just going to go up and clean up anything that we see. Now, because she's got all this gel and water in her hair, what that means is that let's say after the first show, she's got like wispies coming out and it kind of looks like her hair is not really freshly done, then really all you do to reactivate that stuff is you just spray some water on and then you just get your fine tooth comb, right? And we're going to clean it up. Just going to get those wispies back in there, tuck those back in there, clean that up. Yep, make sure it's looking nice. Good. All right, look at me. Good. Okay. I think we're there. Yes? So will you do me a favor, Mia? Will you look straight into see yourself? Yeah. This is Mia. She has the bun. And can you stand up so we can show them the back? Good. All right. And turn. So here's the back. There we go. Will you turn again? Like this. There we go. So there's our hair bun. Okay. So look out front. Yeah. So that's a show bun right there. Any questions I can answer for anyone? Can you show the back again? There we go. All right, so that's the height of it right there. And that's it. Shake your head again. All right, I think it's going to stay. All right, I'm going to get a picture really quick so I can post it for people that want to see the back. Yeah? All right, questions? I'm ready. Yeah.
The elves that wear hats, are they wearing buns also in the same spot?
No, they're doing their braids. Remember the day I did the braids?
No, I guess I wasn't here.
Oh, okay. I thought I did that on Kaya. Oh, I did it on Avery. Yes. So one morning I showed. So they're the only group that has a different hairdo because their hair. I just don't want to. I think the hat will hit the bun. So
yeah, sure.
They're doing a middle part and they're just braiding their hair in just a little side braid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that on video or anything? No. Okay.
No, but I'll show it again if you need me to.
Oh. Okay.
We have next week. Yeah. Okay. So on the hair, if anybody hasn't seen, it says hairstyles by class. Everybody is pretty much show bun except for creative dance and play is braids on the side.
Okay.
Adult dancers, it's dancer's choice, and Olaf dancer's choice. So, yeah. All right. Yes, and hip hop is a ponytail. Oh, and what I was going to go over is if anybody is in more than one dance and says, well, wait a minute, I'm in hip hop and I'm in, Broadway bound, because that happens. I have some in Broadway bound and some in hip hop. You always, if you have 2 hairstyles, you always go with show bun. Show bun's like the default. Does that make sense? So yeah, always default to show bun because that's going to match. And then if technically, could you take out the show bun and turn it into a pony for hip hop? Yes, you could for Winter Wonderland, but it's not that big of a deal. Always default to the show bun and then go from there for hairstyles. So, all right, can I get a picture of you? Thank you, Mia. All right, can you stand right here, honey? Yep, come on, and yep, get a little closer to me. Good, thank you. 1, 2, 3. Good. 1, 2, 3. Good. Will you turn and face the other direction, sweetie? You're such a good hair model, Mia. Thank you. Awesome. And I just want to get here so we can see the part. Smile. Yay. Good job. All right, you're all done, honey. Thank you. Here's your jacket, babe. There you go. Okay. All right, Amelia, are you ready for makeup? All right. Yes. If you can get their bangs back, it would look more the same. So that would be more of like a this situation. Just a stronger gel. Doesn't have to be this. You can use, what is it, depth? Is that the one in the tub? Remember depth? I don't know. Yeah. So right. So you would just, once you get them wet and get the gel in there, it should just foam when you do the part. Yeah. And if anybody does have bangs, this is a good thing to know. That you may need bobby pins. You may need to do a crisscross of bobby pins on the bangs, and that's okay as long as the bobby pins match the hair. That's totally fine. So, all right, you should probably take your jacket off, honey. I don't want you to get stuff on you. All right. Okay. And if anybody has any other questions about hair, that's totally fine. All right. So makeup. I'm just going to kind of go over colors and things like that. The first thing that we start with is foundation. So you guys can do a stick foundation, but I find some of them are very dry and it tugs on their skin. So they don't, they're kind of like, ugh. So something that I think can be put on with either a foam beauty blender or a brush is better. So my recommendation, and I washed, all these are washed, is this is a foundation brush and this is a beauty blender, but I really like these little ones for their little faces. But you can do the stick if you want, but like I said, it seems to tug a little bit and require a little bit more blending, which the idea for this is we want it to be fast and easy. Also, just so everybody knows, I'll come over here, just so everybody knows, the makeup that we're putting on is not in any way we don't want to see the makeup on them. So I'm not trying to have them look older than they are, certainly. And we don't want them to look overly made up. But this is sort of a beginning practice that everybody can get as they get into performing more. And if they're performing, listen, girl, guys, you gotta listen because we have people that are also, we're getting good recording for them. Our next show, if they participate, would be at the Citrus College Ho Auditorium. And that is a huge, huge venue, thousands and thousands of seats. It's the most beautiful auditorium. I absolutely love it. It's one of my favorite places to either do a show or to watch a show. But they're very, very far away. They've got this incredible lighting system. So they have full stage lights on them. And so they will get washed out in the white light. So if you're taking video or pictures, it will be harder to see them. And so stage makeup is designed to bring out their features so that they can be seen under the hot lights, not so that they look as if they're made up. It's amazing because you can do their makeup backstage and see all this makeup on them, and then you go out and watch them in the audience 25 rows back, and they look like they have no makeup on. So that's the purpose. Certainly not to make them up in any way. And if they decide to do more theater or more dance shows or anything like that, it's a skill that they need to learn as a performer. And somebody that's in the industry, it's a good thing to start practicing because as you get older, once you get to a certain age, the expectation is that you know how to do your own stage makeup. So it's a good thing for them to practice. All right. So let's see. I'm going to hold your hair back. So now colors, I generally like all neutrals. If anybody saw the information that went out, I don't really do like pinks or peaches or certainly not like greens or blues. We want everything to be super neutral. But it really doesn't matter. Browns, grays, taupe, things like that are good. So I like to do a beauty blender like this. It's little because it can kind of like get in a little bit more. So I'm just going to dab this around here. And the reason that we do foundation is not because their skin is not already perfect. It is. But if you try to put blush onto skin that has no makeup on it, it won't stay. And blush is one of the things that gives them cheekbones on stage. So if you don't do something to get the powder to grab onto, it falls off. So what we're doing right now is we're just setting a base here. So we're just making it so that her skin has something on it that the powder can adhere to and that the blush can adhere to. And the biggest thing with foundation is blending into the hairline and below the chin. So it's okay if it gets in their hair. because we're gonna fix their hair anyway. So when you do their hair with all that spray gel and everything, we are going to be brushing their hair. So get foundation in their hair, get powder in their hair. It doesn't matter. It's not going to show on stage once they have their show bun done. Okay. So we're just blending. So this is a good match for Amelia. You want to put your chin up? We want to blend right underneath her chin. So that way we're not going to see a line. Underneath is where the foundation will stop. And so we won't really see that. Good, good, good. All right. You can put your head straight across. Good, good. In terms of makeup, if they use a brush or a beauty blender or whatever, make sure that they are keeping them clean. So you do clean your makeup and your brushes from season to season. So I always say after one show, that's a good time to go through and kind of redo your supplies and wash your brushes and throw away Q-tips and things like that. All right. So I want you to look up. Where's my phone? There it is. Sorry. Of course. Sorry, I have to do my alarm. There we go. Otherwise, it'll keep going off. All right. So when you're doing this, go ahead and close your eyes, Amelia. You want to go over their eyelids. Yes? So I don't know. I'm going right over her eyelids because, again, we're going to be putting some eyeshadow on. So if there's nothing on there to hold it, it won't stay. So this is something I'm doing her eyebrows. We can brush that out later. The idea is when you do this, you're doing everywhere that you can see, your full face. I'm going over her nose. Okay, now keep your lips closed. This is why we wash our things, and this is why we don't trade makeup. So all of these things have been washed, but if you are putting things on your eyes and putting things on your mouth, then you don't want to share with a friend. So that's one thing that I teach the girls. What's in your caboodle is just used for you, and it's used because it has your colors in it, and it has what you need for your makeup. Not everybody needs the same thing. If somebody has blonde eyebrows, they might have a brown eyebrow pencil in there to bring out their eyebrows. So I teach the girls not to dive into other people's caboodles. It's not safe. We don't want to have things on, that people are putting on their eyes and mouth. We don't want to trade those things. So even if your buddy says, "Oh, I forgot my makeup," right? Yeah, we just have to not share those things. All right, good. You can open your eyes. Okay, so you can see that she just has a nice even layer of foundation. Okay. all right. Then I always start, now it's different. Some people start with eyes first. I always do face first. So these are just, this is e.l.f., 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 e.l.f. It's all e.l.f., which is like very inexpensive makeup at Target. So it just works really good. There's nothing wrong with it. And then we're going to do a powder. Again, all of this is to match. I'm not trying to make Amelia's skin look darker or tanner. It's just matching, but it's giving an even tone to it, okay? And the more that we set the foundation, it's like getting a canvas ready for a painting, right? So kind of setting everything. Good, close your eyes. So the powder is going to even everything out. Good, good. So now we've got foundation powder. Good, nice, okay. Again, all to match your skin tone. Now, the next thing is important. So blush, what you want to do with blush, the biggest mistake I see, that's on our sides here, is that people don't know where to put it for stage makeup. So for stage makeup, you want blush to be above the tip of her nose. So if I were to draw an imaginary line from her nose over to her ear here, it should not go below that. That makes you look heavier down here on the sides of your face. So for those on camera, this is the line for the blush. So tip of the nose over. And then I want to draw an imaginary line from the center of her eye straight down. So you don't want the blush closer to the nose than the center of her eye. So a lot of times, especially now, it's like the apples of the cheeks, like smile, and you put on the apples. We don't do the apples for stage makeup. Not that that's wrong, but we're looking for definition of their cheekbones. So we're going to be very much on the side up in this area. So if I were to draw that imaginary line, I'd have a little box here, and I'm putting it way up here. So that's where our blush goes. For blush, I just like a burgundy, like a mauve, something like that. But also don't make the mistake. A lot of people get like a really light peach or a really light tan. Anything that's really light will really never show up on stage. So the misconception is that because they're kids, we're going to go with all light colors, but that will never show up. So it's better to do dark colors and put a little bit of dark than lots of light colors, because then we're just kind of defeating the purpose. So rather than fill up their whole cheek with a lighter color, it's better to put it right where it needs to be, but have it be dark. I mean, that's kind of the thought. So we're going to go right here. We're going above, and we're going into the hairline. So we always work light to dark, so you can start with a little bit. And then again, it's just really one place that I'm putting it and working from there. And it's really on the side of her face, which is what you would want, so that we could see when she smiles on the side, that kind of thing. And I'm going right into her hairline. That gets blended back toward her ear. Okay. Good. And then what you want to do is just make sure that it's even. Yeah. Good. Not the best lighting here, but that's okay. All right. And I do, one of the things that I say often to people is more blush, more blush, more blush. So imagine 25th row and hot lights. And if they don't have all this on for this holiday show, totally not a problem. But I just kind of thought we could give everybody a beginning into what it looks like for trying to get them ready for a big stage show and a big auditorium. Good. All right. Will you turn side to side for me? Good. Other side? Good. Okay. All right. So I'm going to move on to eyes. Now, Amelia has dark brows, so that's great. If your dancer has blonde hair, typically we can't see their eyebrows. So a little light brown pencil is always really nice because it really helps bring out their features. So you could do that. The next thing we're going to do is, I'm going to go with our shadow. So I'll just give you guys some examples. This is a new one. So I'm using a brand new one today. Amelia. These are great colors. There's a really dark one in there. There's a little highlight. These are really nice colors for stage. These are a little bit shimmery, but I like the colors on these. So you guys can see nice colors. So we're not doing anything crazy bright. These are also nice colors. So just to give examples, but grays are fine. Anything that's a neutral, what we call a neutral palette. So I have a clean brush and I have clean shadow for her. I'm going to take the darkest shade. Keep forgetting. Sorry, you guys just got a really bad angle there. All right. So I'm going to do the darkest shade, and I'm going to do it in her crease of her eye, and I'm doing it from the center of her eyeball out. So go ahead and close your eye and turn this way a little bit. Good. So I'm going to start right here. So I'm starting at the crease. I'm starting in the middle. And again, we're doing a little bit of dark right here. Yeah. So I'm in the center out to the edge of her eye with the darkest color that's in the palette. Okay, so I'm going to start with that. Good, I'll turn that way. There we go. And like I said, always work light to dark, especially if you're getting new makeup. Good, look at me. Open. There you go. Good, close. Then I'm just going to kind of blend it across her whole line of her lashes. Yep, so we're just kind of blending it in. So the dark color is more on the outside, and now I'm just going to blend in the bottom and take it across. Good. There you go. Okay. And then I do one really dark little blob right there before I'm done. Good. Okay. Then I want to take a lighter color, and I'm just going to do, I like this light color, so that's a new palette. So I'm going to take this and just give it a little up to her, all the way up to the eyebrow. So something that's in between the dark color that we just put and the eyebrow. And this is an easy one. You can almost just put it kind of on their eyebrow, but we're just giving it a little contrast. And this you want to do, like if you have a real dark on the lid, you want to do a light because you want there to be contrast between. So just playing and blending. So go. And like I said, Amelia's old enough to sit for makeup. If your little one's not, it would just be about using some of the, using some of the tricks to kind of focus on bringing out their features would be the most important. The other thing I want to talk about is eyeliner. There's a couple different examples. I wrote on the sheet that I like the kind that's like a felt tip pen, and that's these. There are also ones that look like this that are a felt tip pen. But they're, to me, the easiest. The kind that have the little paintbrush that looks like nail polish, that's pretty hard for me. So I don't know. The one that is like an actual nail polish thing, but tiny, I haven't had great luck. But these have little, like, it just looks like a marker, yeah? Like a tiny marker. And these kind of work pretty well. I do like the liquid ones because what I have found, so it's just one little, it's like a Sharpie marker. What I have found with the crayons is that either A, they're very dry and they pull at the kid's skin when you're trying to get that line, or you have to go over it 8 million times. And also, if it's like a powdery stick, they just dissipate by the time that the show comes. So this is a crayon right here. I like this kind. I like this crayon. I like this color. It's like a taupe. And this is just this is, again, e.l.f. It's a no budge shadow stick. So this works really nice as just a general eyeliner. So if you don't think that your little one can stand like a little bit more intricate detail work with a black liner, you could do something like this instead. This is a soft enough one. The thing you want is you want one pass across. You're only most likely going to get one swoop across that lid before they're like, I'm done. So you don't want something you have to keep working on. So this, you can literally go 1, 2, 3, and it's on there. It comes on really well. And this, when it says no budge, it's good. It's no budge. So I'm going to show a couple different eyeliner techniques for Amelia. Good. Close your eye. So you always want to pull this tight so that you have something to draw on. And you're just going to swoop across. I'm going right across where her lashes are. Yeah, I'll do that again. So I can turn you. Good. So turn this way. So you always want to pull. Close your eye. And then we're going to take this and draw just 1, 2 across the eyelid. There we go. And we're just giving it a little more color. So that's one way that you can do eyeliner, okay? The eyeliner I really like is this one, yeah? Because with this, when you draw this on, it will not come off. It dries. It needs a minute to dry, but it won't come off. So it's a nice thin line. You can pick it up. And you just want to pull her eyelid tight, and then you just want to draw along the line. So, good. I'm just pushing down. Good. There you go. And look. Good. All right, close your eye. Good. So have them keep their eye closed for a little bit after, because it does take time to dry. But once it dries, it's going to stay on the whole show. It can be a little bit messy. So always have, I recommend Q-tips are good. I don't have any today, but I usually have the little makeup wipes and little circles and things like that. And then you can kind of clean it up. Good. And if you take off some of the shadow powder, that's okay. Like I said, the good thing about this is we're not looking for like model perfection. They're not getting their pictures done. They're going to be far away. So I don't want anybody to stress about it too much. Look up. There we go. Good. All right. Okay. Other side. Let's see. Okay. Other side. Good. So that's one sweep across, but then I just want her to keep her eye closed so that it doesn't smudge. There we go. Good. Look at me. Good. Close your eyes.
Are you going past your eye? Or just
yeah, I'm going,
right
so I'm doing wherever her eyelashes are growing out.
okay.
Yep, from one lash to the other lash. Okay. Yeah. I don't do, you can open, sweetie. I don't do a cat eye. What stage makeup for Broadway is, it's not a cat eye, but what you would do for Broadway is you take a black line and you go straight out from the top. You do a black line and you go straight out. So you do 2 parallel lines at the eye, and then you fill that in with white, like white. So that would be, if we were going to do a big eye for stage makeup, it's not a cat eye, it's a double black line with white in the middle. So that's like a more advanced stage technique. But I'm not doing anything extra on the outside of the eye. But if we did, I would teach them how to do that. Okay, so we've got our eyeliner on. All right, couple things. If you want to do eyeliner underneath, or if you want to get mascara underneath, this is what you want to do for them. Well, you know, I don't know. Amelia's fine, but if you have a little one, you want to give them something in their hand and you want to tell them to look at it down here and like glance down, or you want to have them think of like, okay, look up at the ceiling. What do you see? So you want them to look up or down. So if Amelia is looking down at something, so look down at that, right? So keep your chin up. Now look down at that. There you go. So now what I see is her lashes, like I can see them from back here because mascara is kind of hard. But now I can see the edge of her lashes. So I come from behind and she's looking down there like that. And I just catch all the top lashes with the mascara while she focuses on that, right? And if they really have something to look at, it's better. Do you see us? I think you. Good. And again, you just do it until they can't stand it anymore, till their eyes start to water, and then you're like, okay, we're done, right? So there you go. So look up at me. So I didn't really do the thing where I go by her eyeball and scoop up. A lot of kids won't tolerate that. That's like really hard to have somebody putting something that close to your eyeball, especially if they're little. But we're just trying to kind of catch the outside of their lashes. So look down again. Good. So this is a perfect way you can see, you know, you're only going to get the second half of their lashes, but however much they'll tolerate, you can kind of go back and forth and just keep doing layer and layer and see how that goes. But having them look down kind of gives you a good angle to try to get something on there. They'll let you. All right, you can look up. And then this to get underneath or to do an eyeliner underneath. So I'll show one eye and one eye. So go ahead and keep your chin this way, but look up at the ceiling. There you go. Good. So she's looking up and you're coming in. Don't come in this way toward their eyeball. Come in from underneath like this so they don't see that something's going to be stuck on their eye. So look up. Do you see anything up there? Good. And then we look up. Good. Find the elf. See where it is. Yeah, this is a really hard one. This is an advanced technique. There you go. And you just want to go in real quick because their eye will start to water. And then we come like this. She looks up. We have a really boring ceiling, so put something up that's exciting. Yeah, it's really hard. So look up. Look up here. There you go. Good. And you just try to go across. This is an elf. It's called Elf No Budge Shadow Stick. Yeah, it's a really good one. It is no budge, I would say, for the most part. And you can also, if they'll tolerate it, you could do the look up at the ceiling and try to draw this thin line underneath there. So that's a little more tricky, but you know, let's try it. Let's go for it, Amelia. Why not? Good. Ready? Look up. And again, I'm behind her and I'm not going in toward her eye. I'm coming right here. Look up. Not too bad. Okay, good. Got to try it. And then if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Have a little bit of makeup remover and a Q-tip and just, yeah, look up. I'm just going to clean it up a little bit. You're doing so good, Amelia. It's not easy to be a model. Huh? No, I know. Yeah. So there we go. So I would clean that up a little bit, but we tried it. So that's kind of a technique that you can try. Just make sure you never put the mascara on or anything coming at them because immediately they close their eye. So do it from this way or go behind them and do it from that way. Works really good. Yeah. Look up. All right. Good. I don't want you to be one-sided. We have to do the other side. Good. Look up. Good. That's good. Nice. You're done. Hey guys. Go. Excuse me. All right. And then you can try the same thing, what I do with the mascara, if you want to try that. And if you don't want to try the eyeliner, do the tip of the mascara wand. And then they look up at something, come in with the wand from down here, look up here, and then just catch the very edge of her lashes. Look up. Good. Nice. Look up. Good. Look at me. Good. Okay. Look up. If you get like a little globby thing, you can just take it off. All right. Good. Okay. So then as far as lipstick goes, it should not look like they have anything on. Yeah. Doing a clean Q-tip on this one. Oh, there goes our camera again. Okay, they can still see us. Hi guys, we're almost done. We're on lips now. But a really good color is something, think of their natural lip color, only slightly darker. It's just something to give them a little bit more pigment. Yeah, good. So just separate your lips a little bit. There you go. Good. It does not need to be glossy. A lot of times at this age, I have people bring a lot of like light glosses because they're younger and we always want to think don't go too dark. But the gloss, they just eat it off by the time they go on stage and it doesn't really show up on stage. So we want actual color, and lipstick can be a really hard thing to, get them to learn how to sit still for. It is a tricky one. It's something that takes practice. Go. Yep, good. But you just kind of practice. It's just a Q-tip I'm using. Good. Now I'm doing a Q-tip just because I don't want her to have I want something that's clean, but I recommend instead of putting this on their lips, get a little, come back. I recommend doing a yeah. Okay. No. All right. Sorry. All right. Are we still there? Hopefully we're still there. Okay. All right. There we go. We're back. Okay. Yeah. So I don't recommend just going straight lipstick onto them because it's just it's too big for most of them. If you have this is a good one. This is also a lip. And this is really nice because it's just the right size. So it's a smaller. So you could do this and successfully get their lipstick on. But anything that's a traditional lipstick is a little bit too big. So I would just do either a lip brush or find something smaller. Good. Good. Okay, that looks pretty good. All right, so I don't have my makeup remover. So again, so it's not perfect by any means, but don't worry about if you see things are not exactly that will never show from stage. So I don't want you guys to get too worried about it. But that's pretty much how we do our stage makeup. So the things I don't recommend is lots of highlighter. So anything that's super sparkly, it just reflects the light on stage and they end up looking shiny, but in a sweaty way, not a good way. So I would say no highlighters, anything like that. Highlighting is really big on the cheeks, but they actually, with the lights, it actually ends up looking really silvery, like they kind of look like the Tin Man. I just know that from my high school girls that, highlighter, bronzer. So bronzers can look, they don't look really natural on stage. Sometimes they bronze so much that it's not matching the rest of their skin. So they kind of have a little bit of like an Oompa Loompa look with the bronzer, too much bronze. So I say no, we don't really need bronzer. We don't really need sparkle, okay? Good, can I get your picture, Amelia?
Where can I put this?
Oh, I'll stick it. My lovely Santa stamp. All right. Okay, I'll get some pictures so people know what it looks like. Cool. Close. All right, good. Oh, that looks so pretty. Will you turn it a little bit to the side? Look that way. Good. And the other way? Oh, that's a good shot. Yay. Okay, good. So you can see, so come over here, Mia. Amelia. Come over here. Oh my gosh, you guys are getting up the tree. Yes? All right, so you can imagine, so this far away, right? But I know. But imagine even, at the big auditorium, it would be twice that distance. So we're looking for overall, it's a natural look, but you can see her features, her lips, her cheeks. Yeah, turn a little bit side. Yes, exactly. Okay, but nothing overly done. So the idea is natural, neutral, but just things to bring out her features. Okay. Yay! Give it a yeah. Oh, don't forget your jacket. So thank you, Mia and Amelia. You guys were great models. I know it's hard sometimes, but if anybody wants to go get a close-up version of Amelia's look, you can. I hope everybody was able to see that, and I didn't turn my backside to you got too many times. All right. So what can I answer? This is what hopefully I'm very disorganized when it comes to hair and makeup. As you can see, this is my countertop. When I do hair and makeup. But any other questions about anything? If there's nothing, yeah, feel free. Amelia, you might have some people wanting to peek into those eyelashes. Yes.
I just want to confirm the placement of our ponytail.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes. So good question. So the placement of the ponytail would be the same exact place that the bun goes. So it's even with the top of their ears. So from here, you come straight across. Yeah. So because the reason that we do that is because there are shows that the ponytail always stays, but the hair does different things. So maybe it goes up in a bun, maybe it goes down to a ponytail, things like that. So in that case, that way everybody would match. But yes, the ponytail will always be in the same place. Yes. So good.
Sorry. When you do the two, her hair is like super thin. So,
There, is it?
yeah.
Okay.
So when I do the two ponytail, how do I do it?
Oh, I'll show you. Sarah, come over here, honey. I'll show you. Yeah.
Real quick.
Is that like what? Yeah. For so low, kind of low.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yep. Come
And
all
then
the way
coming
down.
straight.
Yeah.
Kind of like what you did the bun, except
Yeah.
just two braids.
So straight down on either side.
Should I do like red?
Sure. That'd be cute.
Red or green or something?
Yeah, that'd be cute.
Okay.
Red, green, or white would be cute.
Okay.
Yeah. Here, sit down, honey. Katie, throw one around. Sorry, windshield wipers. Oh, sorry. I get decorated by Ms Katy. We're doing a double ponytail. Where'd you go? Oh, we're doing a double ponytail bun. Take your glasses off for clicks. Thank you. Yes.
anything after this, or?
No, I think that's about it. I'm going to demonstrate a double bun. This is a double ponytail bun because if their hair is very heavy, what happens is you make the cinnamon roll and as they dance, it flops around and then it flops out. So I do have a lot of girls that lose their buns. So this is just a thing that, you know, they can use. I'm going to do her part. If they need a double bun, which usually is a little bit more secure. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the hair and makeup. If anybody has any questions, if anybody wants to come up and look at any of the colors or any of the things I have on the table, you guys are more than welcome to do that. Yeah, unless there's any last questions, or if you guys want to ask me questions while I'm doing Sarah's hair, you guys can do that too. But I think that's good, and that looks good for their hair. How I saw Kai's hair. That's correct. Okay, yep. So.
Ms. Katy, where was
Yes.
their hair piece go? Is it on the left, right, center?
For which class?
Sort of revealed.
So pretty much everybody's a little different because they all have different costumes. So I tried to kind of let them know, but basically the rule of thumb on that is you want to put it on the side of their bun, and you put it on the side that they don't have a decoration on their costume. So like, for instance, if they have a little flower on the right hip, then you put the hair piece on the left side of their bun. So I can help them to find where they should put it. And if they don't have any particular kind of, you know, decoration to go off of on their costume, then for that dance, they can put it anywhere because it won't, everyone's a little different. So.
I might just test out mine first.
Parting the hair in half at the top of the ear line.
Yeah, like right. Well, I kind of think of it as the part that I have to swoop around because the first ponytail is the hardest one because it involves the part that you want to have look like the side part. So I'm kind of doing the side part first, and then the other ponytail is easy because it's just the underneath one. But this one's the one that has to look like more clean and shiny in terms of the. There you go. Yeah. Get it really smooth. Okay. Like I said, I could keep brushing forever. Eventually we just stop and we can fix it with the fine tooth comb. But this is our first pony. So the first one, we want to clean it up, make sure it doesn't have any bumpies. If you have bumps, it's better to pull them back toward the base of the ponytail because you're not going to see the base of the ponytail. So it's better to have it look unneat, closest to the rubber band, and neat otherwise. Okay. Then, you hold that for me, Sarah? Oh, there you go. You grab it real quick. Thank you. Really what you're trying to do is just disperse the weight between two ponytails so that you don't have the one ponytail that's flying off of their head. You okay? Yeah, you're right? Okay. All right, I got it. Okay, hairnet ready. All right. Bobby's ready. All right. There's that one. Will you hold that for me? So this is like twisting 2 twists, like a double cinnamon roll around itself. So think of the underneath bun. Yeah.
You're starting from the bottom.
Yes. So what I do is I take the bottom one and I wrap it as a cinnamon roll around. Oh, it's these ones. All right. I'm putting other colors in your hair. I'm wrapping the bottom ponytail around the top ponytail. Yep. I mean, there's different ways to do it. You can also, some people do a figure 8, like they kind of combine them and just do one big swirly bun. But this is how I've always done it. All right, I'll just use these because they're here. Not my favorite. All right. I do not like these. Get rid of my other ones. All right, it's okay. They'll work for today, but. Okay, so that's just loosely around there now. I mean, I could put another pin in, but we've got one ponytail circling the other. I do want my other pins. I do not like these. Here we go. Get better. All right. Good. Okay. So we've got that one. We'll do a couple more. Yeah. Oh, these are so much better. Okay. And for those of you that are watching, I'm probably going to sign off in a little bit. So we're at an hour for the video. This is an additional bun. This is for dancers with thick hair and how to do a double bun. So let me just get a shot of it before I sign off on our YouTube. All right. So will you turn, Sarah, so they can see? Yeah. So right here, what I did is I took one, I made 2 ponytails. I'll stand here so the light works. And then I wrapped the bottom ponytail around this ponytail. And now I'm going to do the same cinnamon roll technique with that one. So can you turn this way so they can see? So I have one ponytail, a little bit more. The bottom ponytail is now in a cinnamon roll around the top ponytail. Now we've got this one. So now we're going to do the next one. So we kind of just do the same thing we did. I'm going to go like this. And again, the trick is we always want to keep the bun close to their head, which we can kind of make a difference with the hairnet as well. Yeah. Good. So put your head up a little bit, Hank. Yeah, there you go. I know I'm pushing against your head, Sarah, but when I push against your head, just push back. Yeah. There you go. So don't let me push your head. That's it. Good. And with this, you kind of just have to trust the process that once you get it in a cinnamon roll enough to put on the hairnet, that it will all come together. But that's why we need the hairnets, is for this situation where it all wants to be coming out. And you just keep going. Okay, ready for hairnet. Now, it's not perfect, but we're going to start with the hairnet because that'll give us our shape. So I'm holding it, pushing it against your head. So when I push against your head, you just push back, okay? So the most important one is this first one because I'm going to catch all those little wispies. There we go. Okay, so push against my hand. Yeah, don't let me push you. Good. We go like that. We might just get one turn in here. I'm not sure. Yeah, that's all we got. So we've got 2 turns. Okay, here we go. Good. Pretty good. And then I'm just kind of trying to move the hair around in the hairnet so we can get the flattest bun that we can. Then from here, I'm going around and trying to catch the sides of the bun. And this is when it's important to crisscross them. You do have two, bye you guys, see you later, thank you. You do have two rubber bands in there, so if you feel like the bobby pins are not going in because they're hitting a rubber band, then I would say go out and put them in again, for sure. And this is a perfect example of her needing definitely the right bobby pins because I need to work with these, for sure. Okay. Yeah, and sometimes you put them in and they pop back out. You can kind of feel when the pins go in, you can feel it click into place or you can feel it just do nothing. If it does nothing, bye you guys, thank you so much. If it does nothing, I suggest taking it out and putting it in again. And then pulling the hair nut. It's another trick, twisting it, making it really tight, catching it with the bobby pin. You're so patient, Sarah. You guys must spend a long time trying to get her hair done, huh? She's like learned to just like, okay. Yeah. Okay, not too bad. And then of course we want to just continue. I mean, again, we just keep cleaning it up, getting it sucked in there. So. Okay. Do it in two more. Let's find out. Let's see. Okay. We're getting close. Shake your head. Take your glasses off and shake it good, girl. Shake it, shake it. Yeah? How does it feel, Sarah? Good? Good? Like it's going to fly out? No? Okay. One more for good measure, and then we'll call it. Yeah? So get that off of there. Okay. All right, stand up. Let's see how we did. Look at me. Look at me. That looks better. All right. So there we go. So see how long that lasts today. That blonde bobby pins drive me crazy. There we go. All right. So that's my technique for the double bun. Yeah. See how that lasts you today. Okay. All right. Yay. You're welcome. All right. You're welcome. Thanks, you guys. We're just about wrapping it up. If there is any questions right now, then go ahead and type them in the chat, and I'm happy to answer any questions you might have. Yes.
Can you show the camera because the parents want to make sure that what kind of brush you are actually
Sure. Yep. So these are the great brushes to use. These are bristle brushes, and they're very stiff brushes. They're ones that if you push into them, yeah, they like leave little marks on your hands. So you want the stiffest bristle brush that you can use. Goody. These are both made by Goody. So they're by no means expensive or anything like that. So bristle brushes, and then a really nice fine tooth comb of any size. What you don't want to use is a soft bristle brush. This one is out on the market and a lot of people buy it. It's a really soft bristle brush that I don't recommend. So this brand, this is a Conair, and I have two of them because I actually have 5 because people have just traded me for other brushes, but these are no good. I've kept these 2 to show what not to get. These are too soft. So if you can, feel that before you go. So thank you. So bristle brushes, spray bottles, just some really sticky hairspray. some really strong glue. This is a spray gel, which is a really nice spray gel, but it has a little spray top, makes it easy. If anybody's unsure again, I'll show the hair nets again. Hair nets, lifesavers for making buns, hair nets, dark, blonde. Bobby pins come in different colors as well. This is another, these are Scrunchie brand. So Scrunchie brand, Goody brand, and Conair all make hair items. So yeah, and I'll show the good kind of bobby pins again, because these are my favorite. This makes a huge difference. You want the bobby pins that have the little bumps. I call them old school bobby pins. Yes, not hairpins. Oh, there's a good shot. There we go. There's the best bobby pin ever. All right. Okay, guys. Anything else? Yes? All right. Good job, you guys. Thank you. Yeah? Does that make sense, Kara? Okay, sure. Feel free. Glad you guys came. All right. I'm going to sign off. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Talk to you later. Bye.
Which one's the elf eyeliner